Hey everyone, welcome back to another plan with me. This is the week of January the 21st through the 27th, the last full week of January, and I am using the ScribblePrintsCo October Mystery Kit, which I'm obsessed with. It's like a winter library themed kit. I think it's really pretty and I really like the colors. And with this kit, you did get like a hollow foiled like snowflake deco sheet, so I really wanted to bring in a lot of hollow foil with this kit, which is what I did. So the washi that I'm using is actually from SPC. This is a part of the Cyber Monday. I did say that right. I sounded weird in my head. The Cyber Monday bundle. I don't know if it's still available. I would like to say it is, but I'm not 100%. But I thought like the galaxy kind of colors kind of matched with the kit. Looking at it kind of in retrospect, the pink is a little strange, but the purples look great and I'm not mad about it. I still think it looks really, really good. So I'm going ahead and putting down the base of my kit. I am using that snowflake box in like the Thankful Thought area because I'm using like the Pixie Hollow Wiggle Wednesday. I think it was like the first hollow that came out. It was like the Pixie color. I don't know like the correct name, but it was like the Pixie Hollow. That's what I like to call it. And I think I used this actually the first week of January as well. I used the same exact wiggle. So I wanted to use that because I was going to use the Stay Focused and Extra Sparkly like quote overlay box on top of the snowflake. And then I'm just scattering the rest around and using the full box overlays on some various boxes, as well as putting the glitter header. I believe it's like the chunky glitter header or the speckle glitter header, or maybe it's just the regular glitter header. I'm not sure. Header overlays down as well. So I'm also using the date dots from the wiggle, and I think that's everything from the wiggle that I'm using as of right now. So that is like the base of the kit. I'm also putting down some of the corners on the double box. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I had a couple of the corner sheets, so I used the same kind of like squiggly corners that I thought looked really pretty with this kit. And I'm also doing the flags, no flag overlays, but those are in the new format wiggle, which I'm excited to eventually use. So I'm putting that there as well. And I love the hollow with this kit. I think it looks so freaking pretty. I mean, you could totally use silver, but I think hollow is just like the creme de la creme of this kit. It looks so good. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start talking about my week and probably going a little bit ahead of myself just because there's a lot that happened this week and I have a lot of stories to tell you. But after I do this and the date covers, I also am doing my sidebar, which my sidebar is always the same. The daily habit tracker is for taking medicine. And then I put in a couple pieces of washi and then like a squared off box to mark what size the baby is that week. So I was 28 weeks pregnant this week. So the baby was the size of an eggplant, and I use a Pumpkin Paper Co. little like Terra to mark that. And then I put in a work header and then my work schedule with a weekly ombre, as well as a fashion girl at the bottom, she is so cute. I was going to use the brown haired girl, but I was like, I really like the girl with gray hair, so I'm going to put her in. So now that I'm actually working on my sidebar, I'll go into Monday. I know it seems a little bit ahead, but I feel like I kind of went fast this week when doing my normal week, and I was like, I don't want to go this fast. But anyway, so Monday I took off of work and spent the morning with Avery. I had like a later doctor's appointment, so I spent the majority of my morning just like snuggling up with Avery. So to mark that, I used this really cute Once More with Love like mom and baby sticker that I haven't gotten the opportunity to use yet, anything from this sheet, and I thought it was really, really cute, so I put that in. And then I did have my 1-hour glucose test this day, which is like, the worst. I think out of everything pregnancy related, this is like the one test or the one doctor's appointment I absolutely was not looking forward to. I'm using a Chic Street Sticker Boutique sticker to mark that, as well as a Coffee Monsters Co. doctor emoji. When I was pregnant with Avery and I took the glucose test, I remember being sick for like 3 days afterwards. Like it really did just kind of knock me out. But this time it wasn't as terrible because I decided to do an Instagram like Q&A because I needed to pass the time, because once you drink the drink, you have like 5 minutes to drink it, and then you have an hour that you have to sit and wait until they can draw your blood. So for an hour, I just kind of did a Q&A on Instagram. So to mark that, I'm using a Once More with Love sticker holding the phone. And then afterwards, I was starving because you're not allowed to eat beforehand. So I made Brian take me to In-N-Out because it's close to my doctor's office. So to mark that, I did originally put in an icon from the kit, but I ended up switching it out for an icon from the Wiggle because I realized I wanted to use a lot of the Wiggle icons because they're so beautiful this week. So it is a fork and spoon, but I'll switch that out later for the fork and spoon from the Wiggle. And then this night, Celebrity Big Brother premiered, which is like... I love Big Brother, and Celebrity Big Brother is only on for a couple weeks. Me and Brian were both hashtag Team Tom Green. We love Tom Green, and I'm happy he got America's Favorite. This Celebrity Big Brother has been over forever now, but I'm happy with Tom Green's placement. So I'm using a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark that, and then that night I just read. So I'm using a pumpkin paper Kotera, like bundled up in a blanket with a book to mark reading. The next day we had to pay daycare because Avery went back to daycare the next day. So I am using, why didn't she go to school Monday? Oh, I think it was like Martin Luther King Jr. Day or President's Day or something. I think it might have been Martin Luther King Jr. Day, excuse me. Anyway, so she went back to daycare on Tuesday. So to mark paying daycare, I'm using a Planner Gems crayon. And then we got Dunkin' in the morning. So I'm using a paper and milk little Maru marshmallow in a cup of like hot chocolate or a cappuccino. It's purple and it's so cute and it matched the kit. So I wanted to put that in. And then I'm using a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji to mark that the doctor called me, which scared the absolute shit out of me because my glucose test was the day before. And if the doctor calls you, it's not a good sign. And I was like, no. I thought I was going to have to come back in for the 3-hour test. I was very anxious, but they actually just called to let me know that I passed my glucose test, but I was low on iron. So they were sending a prescription to my pharmacy to get filled, which was like the biggest sigh of relief ever because my stomach literally fell to my butt. I was so scared. So I used a little, I think this is when I switch out the icon for the In-N-Out, but I used a little stethoscope icon from the Wiggle to mark that I was low on iron and I needed to go pick up my prescription. Worst phone call of my life because like when doctors call, it's never good news. I was horrified. Anyway, and then we did go grocery shopping at H-E-B once I picked up my prescription because my pharmacy is in H-E-B. So I used a label and then just a pumpkin paper Kotera pushing a grocery cart in the middle of that because I didn't want to write it in and I felt that it signified it very well. And then we always tend to go grocery shopping and get our home chef the same day. So I'm using another icon from the Wiggle to mark getting our home chef. And then I also used from S'more Crafters, this is like a little sampler sheet, which is so cute. It's the little marshmallow on like the computer on Amazon. Sorry if you can hear Avery, she's like screaming in the background. To mark that, we ordered Alondra's birthday gift, which is Avery's like best friend. Her birthday was a couple weeks ago. It was a very belated birthday gift, but I wanted Avery to pick it out. So I went on Amazon on my phone and was just like, what do you want to get Alondra? And she just named a toy and we sent it to her. So that is to mark Tuesday. Wednesday, kind of sucked. It was great, but it sucked. So first things first on Wednesday was that we got one taco for breakfast, which is one of my, Brian and I's favorite things to do for breakfast is get one taco. It's on the way to work and oh my God, it's so fantastic. So to mark that, I used a Coffee Monsters Co. emoji holding a taco and it was one taco, which I thought was kind of funny. And then we did go to Jinya Ramen for lunch. I used a quarter box to mark that with a little Once More with Love Munchkin eating ramen, which is my fave. I'm like getting way ahead of myself here, but I have a lot of stories to tell. So there's that. And I did, while we were at ramen, I had a Dr. Pepper for the first time since like, not getting pregnant, but like I had a Dr. Pepper a couple times after being like knowing that I was pregnant and it made me sick. The baby does not like bubbles at all. But I had a Dr. Pepper, and I had these really cute Dr. Pepper stickers from Fox and Pip, so I put it in there, and I even wrote my love, which you won't see in this plan with me, but I wrote it in my planner, but it made my stomach hurt so bad, so I regretted it so much. So to mark like kind of a tummy ache, I put in a piece of washi and an I ate too much munchkin from Once More with Love because, well, I did eat a lot that day, and also I was in a lot of pain. And then below that, I used a half box and a Glam Planner Girl, like organizing clothes to mark that I was just organizing baby clothes or that we got new baby clothes. I think we got new baby clothes this day. I don't really remember, to be honest. But I put that in on Wednesday. Now let me catch up to myself here because I was trying to figure out why the quarter box wasn't fitting and all that jazz. But oh, my Dr. Pepper sticker was so big. I had to like figure out how to put that in, but I'm so disappointed. I can't wait to have like a decent Dr. Pepper after I give birth. I think that's like one of the things I'm most looking forward to, because like I'm looking forward to a Dr. Pepper and being able to sleep on my stomach again, because I miss this so much. Yeah, I really got ahead of myself there. I apologize. I have a lot of stories to tell, but I guess I can tell them rather quickly. I always just assume that I'm like really slow when telling stories, but apparently I'm very fast. So I'm just now putting in the I ate too much munchkin, and then like the new baby clothes that I ended up putting in a half box because the glam planner sticker was kind of big and I wanted it in a half box anyway. But okay, so that's the first half of the week. I'm going to go ahead and just jump ahead to the second half. Eventually I'll catch up. You guys know how it works. So Thursday, we went to Starbucks in the morning. So I used from Oh Hello Michelle. I have these cute little, I don't know what her characters are called, but they're called, oh boy, Bidoops? Boops? Can't really tell you. But she has really cute characters that are like kissing and hugging Starbucks cups, and I thought it was perfect to mark our Starbucks run. And then at work, I started a show called The Dark Tourist or Dark Tourism on Netflix. I'm not sure. It's like a one-season documentary that's actually really great. It's about like this guy goes to all like the weird places, I guess. Like it's just dark tourism. Like I don't know. It's not, I don't know. I'd recommend it. I actually think it's pretty great. So I used a half box to mark that because I pretty much binged that all day at work, and I used a Once More with Love munchkin kind of curled up watching a TV, and I used the purple one because it matched the kit pretty well. And then that night, oh boy, for the first time, Avery she always begs to go to the McDonald's play place. And usually we just hit the drive-thru because it's quick and easy. But she was like, I want McDonald's and I want to play in the play place. And we were like, okay, that's fine. No, it was not fine. I'm using a Once More with Love, like, angry munchkin because she was an absolute nightmare. She was horrified to climb up the little, like, tower thing. She would get, like, stuck in there, and I can't climb up in it. I'm pregnant. And so Brian would have to go get up in there and trying to, like, get her out. And it was awful. And she kept doing it over and over. She was like, I can do it this time. I'm not going to cry. And then she would cry. I was like, what are you doing? So we had a horrible time, and we have not gone back. And I don't think we're going to go back until she's a wee bit older because she was not a fun time. And then I edited a video that night, so I just used a Once More with Love munchkin with a film reel. Talked to my dad on the phone, so I'm using an icon to mark talking to my dad on the phone. And then I used one of the book labels from the kit, which I haven't gotten to use one yet, and I was really excited to mark that I finished reading Doomed by Chuck Palahniuk. I started it forever ago. If you've been watching my Plan With Me's, it took me so long to read it, which is like weird because it's only like 300 pages. But, like, Doomed kind of sucked. Damned was okay, which was the first one, but this one was, like, kind of awful, and then they alluded to a third one, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. So I finished reading in that day, and then on Friday, it was payday, so I'm putting in a fancy label, and I have these hollow foiled payday stickers from Rose Colored Days, so I put that in because it matched the hollow foil. Avery had dance that day, so I'm using a Happy Dia little ballet girl, because they're so cute, and they take up a lot of space, which is kind of nice as well. We had Dunkin' that morning. I've just been writing in like when we have what we have coffee-wise each morning. So I used a little cup from the Coffee Monsters Co. in like purple, which I thought was cute to mark Dunkin'. I recorded a voiceover that night. So from the Coffee Monsters Co. she used these cute like headphone and microphone emojis. I almost said emojis, so I had to say it slowly. Emojis to mark recording a voiceover. Excuse me. And then we had pizza for dinner. So I put a little Coffee Monsters Co. Pizza emoji for that. So then Saturday and Sunday, I had off. Saturday, first thing in the morning, Brian flew out to Raleigh because he was going to go to a Metallica concert with his family, and he was going to be gone for a couple of days. So I put in a label and then the little airplane icon to mark his flight and first thing in the morning. And then I had a Girl Scout cookie delivery that day. I was so pumped. Oh, I love Girl Scout cookies. Oh, yes, I ate all of them in 5 minutes. It was fantastic. So I'm using a Once More with Love, like, happy emoji, munchkin to mark my Girl Scout cookie delivery. And then since I knew I was going to be home for a couple of days, just me and Ave chilling, I was like, I'm going to clean something every single day. So on Saturday, I decided to clean the kitchen and kind of like hardcore clean it. And I've seen Samantha from Samantha Plans use like little things and put stuff on top of them. And it looks really cute and it kind of like evens out her spreads. And I think it looks really nice. So I kind of wanted to channel that a little bit and put a little thing in with a Once More with Love like mop bucket and mop, which as you can see I'm clearly getting to, and it took me a minute to put that in as well, so I'm putting that in as well. And then the rest of the night was mostly just like, or the rest of the, I guess, afternoon, evening was mostly just me like at my desk organizing my stickers. Okay, Avery's screaming in the background, thanks. And planning and stuff like that. I'm sorry, she's just going to yell in the background. There's not much I can do. So to organize the stickers, I put a piece of washi down, and I actually have an organized stickers sticker from Once More with Love that I just put on top of that. And then I kind of wanted to separate what the two things were, because we did end up having a movie night, me and Avery, but I wanted to separate the two, like organized stickers and plan / film, because I didn't want them like close together, because one had a piece of washi behind it and the other had a quarter box. So I put our movie night in between, and for that I just used a glam planner, a little like mom and daughter or like mom and small child character sticker there. And then I did the quarter box with the pumpkin paper Kotera, just like in her planner with a lamp. I thought it was very cute. As you can see, I'm like trying to figure everything out here. And then on Sunday, or I think, did I do my weekend banner yet? Oh, I did do my weekend banner. Look at me. I put down my weekend banner already. I ended up moving it down a little bit because a lot happened on Sunday. So since I was home, like I said, I just wanted to clean, and like I had so much time off that I was like, I just want to make sure everything's clean. I was like nesting hardcore. So the first thing that I did Sunday was I uploaded, or I think I uploaded the night before, but it went up on Sunday. So I used a CoffeeMonsters.co little emoji with the upload symbol, or upload with a arrow. And then I wanted to use from ScribblePrintsCo ScribblePrintsCo foil, but with JQ Plant's handwriting, the cleaning sheet. I wanted to use the laundry time sticker and the do the dishes sticker, so I wanted to separate those so they weren't like on top of each other. So I put them both in labels, but I started with the laundry time sticker, and then I filmed that day, so I put a little pumpkin paper Kotera with her planner. Sorry, you can see me kind of like adjusting here. But like I said, I have a story. Are you ready for it? It's almost coming. And then, so I filmed that day with the pumpkin paper Kotera. And then me and Avery basically read books all day. She just kept bringing me book after book after book. So we were just reading all day long. So from Once More with Love, there's this really cute like mom and baby reading. So I put read with Avery, and I put that in. And then I did do the dishes sticker right there, because I felt like that was a good enough like space between the two to put that in. And then I did plan that night, which is essentially what I do when I film, so I don't know why I put that in twice, but I used a little CoffeeMonsters.co like TN to mark planning. And then here's my story that I had to put in a half box because it's pretty big. So guys, as I was folding laundry, Avery comes running into me and she goes, "Mommy, my emoji movie is broken." And I said, "Okay, let me go fix it." And usually when she says that, it means that like it's on Netflix, so it means it like paused or like something happened. And so I go out there and I look at our brand new TV, and all I hear is audio, and it's flickering, and there's a big puncture mark in it. And I just kind of melted. I didn't know what to do. I just kind of melted into the couch and just sat there for a couple minutes and stared at it, held my head. I don't think Avery has ever seen me like that, so she got a little nervous. But she got screamed at, sent to her room, and then I had the fun task of having to call Brian and say, "Hey, guess what? Your brand new TV that you just bought is broken." Oh, my least favorite phone call I've ever had to make in my life, probably, up to this point. And I cried for a very long time, which is why I put in a Once More with Love munchkin, sobbing. And it was not a good experience. And yeah, it was a pretty expensive TV, and Avery got in a lot of trouble, and I felt like I was in trouble having to explain that to Brian. I was like, I don't know what happened. This is what we think happened, is she was watching her emoji movie. There's a dance, like a Just Dance scene. She gets real hype. She starts dancing. We think she might have accidentally hit the TV because it's relatively close to the ground, relatively close to like her height because she's tall. So that happened. Oh, it was not a good end to my week, nor a good beginning either, because then I was home alone with no TV, and it sucked. I mean, I could watch stuff on the laptop and stuff, but still, I was like, oh. We did have a small TV. We've had this tiny, like, 40-inch TV that we've had since, I think it was our first TV we ever bought together, actually. We bought it when we lived in California together many moons ago, and we still had it, so we pulled it out to watch it on that, but it just was not the same. So had to put that in, and that was my week. It was very eventful, which is good, and I really love how this spread turned out. Once I finish putting everything in, you'll see me put in the deco, but yeah, what a week, you guys. What a week. All right, so there she is. I do think she looks beautiful with all the character stickers. I'm so happy that I actually wrote down a lot more this week. I mean, before I was just writing down like 2, 3 things, so I really wanted to kind of write down a lot more, even if it was just like getting Starbucks, getting Dunkin', you know what I'm saying, cleaning, because I want to be able to fill up my spreads a little bit more, and I feel like I was able to do that this week, which I'm very excited about. So here I am just putting all of the deco down, and then I did grab that foil sheet that came with the October Mystery, the hollow snowflakes, and I'm putting some of those on like the fashion box. I kind of tried to put a little bit up top, but it wasn't really working, but I did decide to put them along that bottom washi. I did cut them off. I don't show that on camera, I don't think. I think my camera was dying, so I was like, I'll just cut off the top and then wiggle and that'll be it. But I did put them along the bottom, and I think they look really, really pretty. But that is it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this last week of January's plan with me. I put this in the description, but I'm not sure if everybody saw, but I hope to upload 2 a week. But we'll see. I'm trying, you guys. So subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.